Welcome to the Pets Rule Show. I'm your host, Mr. Animal Lover, and thank you for joining me today. And Charlie, say hi. All right, Charlie's gonna say hi because he wants his treats. All right, let me get his treats going. I got him a new one, chicken seafood flavor. Let's see how he likes that one, huh? Now these were on special. You have to buy the special. It's coming, Charlie. All right, it's coming. Charlie, Bob. What am I talking about? I'm here with Bob. I'm sorry about that, Bob. I just finished bringing Charlie in. That means I'm exhausted, right? Yeah. All right, Bob. One moment. Now we pour it all over. All right. There you go. It's coming, Bob. I just finished calling you Charlie. It's like almost like a cake you're making here, and he loves it. Let me squeeze out every little bit, Bob. Every little bit. All right. It's like a cake. It's beautiful. Bon appetit. Go ahead. It's all yours. All right. Have some little drink. That's orange juice, by the way. That's to keep me going. All right. Today, government shutdown survival guide: where to find free pet food and supplies. All right. We're going into a week, right? This is the second week of the government shutdown. A week has passed, and let me tell you, a lot of people are suffering. A lot of pet lovers and non-pet lovers are suffering. But my heart goes out to veterans who go out and fight in wars and they come back and they got to go through this. My heart goes out to them, right? Even if there's a government shutdown, those veterans working in the federal government should be paid anyway. That's just my personal opinion. But let me get back to the show. Government shutdown survival guide: where to find free pet food and supplies. When the government shuts down, it's not just federal workers who feel the pain. Millions of pet parents suddenly find themselves struggling to feed their furry companions. Paychecks stop, bills pile up, shelves go bare. But here's the truth: your pet doesn't have to suffer. In this urgent and emotional episode of the Pets Rule Show, Mr. Animal Lover brings you the ultimate government shutdown survival guide for pet parents, packed with real resources, powerful community lifelines, and insider strategies to keep your pets healthy, safe, and fed even when your income disappears. All right, one of my biggest lifelines is community lifeline. That's why I say in most of my shows, if not all of them, to join a pet forum. They're free, and they can be a lifeline when it comes to if you're a federal worker, even if you're not a federal worker, if you're a pet lover, a pet parent, these community lifelines can go a long way. Um, you will discover where to find free pet food and emergency supplies, and trusted nonprofits and food banks stepping up nationwide, and hidden relief program most pet owners don't even know exists. From local shelters offering food drives to national rescue networks shipping pet care kits, this episode is a survival blueprint for every pet parent facing hard times. Because when life gets uncertain, your pet's loyalty never wavers, and neither should your ability to care for them. Whether you're a dog lover, cat guardian, or reptile enthusiast, you deserve the tool and knowledge to weather this crisis with confidence. Don't wait until your pantry runs dry. Hope is out there and it's closer than you think. All right, I'm going to give you four pet lifelines, four strategies for you to go out there and just hit the pave running, stomp on that step by step, get to them. And these are nonprofits These are, your pet forum, your neighbor. There's no shame in asking for help when you're a pet parent, especially if you belong to a pet forum, and especially if you're a veteran. You fought these wars, you come back, you get hired by the federal government, you have to go through this. Listen, go to your local politician, right? Knock on their doors and tell them, listen, I'm struggling, my pet is hungry, I am hungry, and I need help. That's all. That's all, Bob. He ate all of it. And this is just a treat. That just shows you how hungry these pets can get, right? Good job. Good job. Good job. It just shows you how hungry they can get, right? You would think I starved them all day waiting for this, right? Come on. No, he has food, but pets get hungry, man. All right. 4 strategies for you to get it going. If you're a federal worker, you're struggling, you're a pet parent, pet lover, you know of a federal worker who's uh, you know out of pay, who's been furloughed, has to go to work and still has to pay their bills, right? And they can't afford their bills, never mind feeding their pets. Well, number one, discover where to get free pet food from trusted local pantries, humane societies, and national programs. When the paycheck stops, compassion steps in. Across the nation, pet food pantries, humane society, and nonprofit rescue centers are distributing free dog and cat food, litter, and even basic medical supplies to families in need. Start by checking local partners like the Humane Society of the United States, PetSmart Charities, and Best Friend Animal Societies, which maintain updated lists of food bank partners by zip code. Many cities also host community Paws for Relief events or mobile food trucks for pets. No paperwork, no judgment, just help. Don't forget local heroes like church animal rescues and pet friendly shelters. They often receive direct donations and offer pet food assistance weekly or monthly. So, again, your local food pet pantry, local churches, local humane societies, you go on the internet, type in your zip code next to local pet food pantries, and you're going to get a list. Go there. But one of my biggies, right? If you're a federal worker, your local politician, the one who doesn't want to make a deal, who doesn't want to strike a deal, whether they're Democrats or Republicans, doesn't matter. You go to your local politician, you let him know, listen, I'm a pet owner. I'm not getting paid right now. You know this, or she knows this, right? Whether it's a he or she, your local politician, let them know your pet is hungry, you're hungry, and you need food, right? For your pet and for yourself. There's no shame in that again. That's right. Number 2, learn survival hacks for managing vet bills, finding donation drives, and assessing grants. Your biggest help is going to be your local pet forum you're a member of. And that's why I tell you, become a member of your local pet forum. And who's your local pet forum? I'll give you an example. You go to your local pet park, your dog park, your local dog park, and you talk to people who are just like you. They own pets. They're your neighbors. They live across the street from you. They live a block from you, or they just belong to your local pet forum where you get information on everything that's going on. That's what you do. You ask them for help. A surprise vet bill can break a family during a shutdown, a government shutdown. But there's hope. Televet platforms, nonprofit clinics, and grant funded emergency funds can reduce or even erase costs. Look for programs like Red Rover Relief, the Pet Fund, and Brown Dog Foundation, which specialize in financial aid for vet emergencies. For routine care, try low-cost vaccination drives at your local ASPCA branch or pop-up wellness clinics hosted by rescues. Combine this with generic medications, online prescription savings, and membership programs that offer bulk discounts, small moves that can save hundreds when money's tight. Number three, hearing hear inspiring stories from real pet parents who found hope through community resources. I'm going to give you my pet confessions. These are real parents confessing what they had to do to feed their pets. Bob, how you feeling? How you feeling, Bob? Did you like the treat I gave you? Did you like it? Tell me. Did you like it? Yes? I hope you did. All right. Hear inspiring stories from real pet parents who found hope through community resources. Behind every crisis, there's a comeback story. Meet Maria from Pennsylvania, a federal worker who kept her rescue cat Milo fed thanks to a local Faithful Friends Pet Pantry. Or James from Texas, who used a Humane Society emergency voucher to treat his dog injury during last government shutdown. Across the country, ordinary families are proving there's that no challenge is too big when the community comes together. Their stories are living proof that help exists, and that's asking for it is a sign of love, not weakness. All right, my last strategy is get insider links to rescue centers offering supplies, grooming essentials, and emergency aid. No income proof required. Many animal rescue shelters, even charity networks, have stepped up with no question asked programs, providing food, toys, leashes, even pet hygiene kits. These include greatergood.org, rescue banks, Chewy's wish list donations, and local shelters like animal care centers in New York City, which run free supply drives for furlough workers and struggling families. Some shelters even provide emergency boarding or grooming vouchers for those temporarily displaced or unable to afford upkeep. Visit your local rescue website or call directly. Many have undisclosed partnership with grocery stores and pet retailers that quietly donate extra stock for crisis relief. And I'm going to just recap on those four. All right, if you are not a subscriber, please, you're going to see a scan code on the screen. Scan that code, become a Pets Rule subscriber. Smash that subscribe button, click that bell. That way you can get updated news on government shutdowns, pet rescue relief, your local pantries who's donating food, your local politician who's has a pet food drive. Listen, we're here to help you, and that's what the Pets Rule show is about. Getting help when help is needed. All right. We are going to touch on one of my favorite segments of the show, and that is pet confessions. I have four pet confessions for you. I am going to leave the bar scan code on the screen, and I'm going to start with the midnight drive for free food from Dana in Virginia. Dana confessed that when her paycheck froze during the government shutdown, she was down to her last can of dog food. She heard on social media that a local shelter was giving away free pet food, but supplies ran out fast. She said, I drove across town at midnight and waited in line before sunrise. When they handed me that 20-pound bag, I almost cried. That food got my dog Bear through 2 hard weeks. Dana said, reminding her that real love means doing whatever it takes. And that's a midnight drive. Thank you, Dana, for sharing. The pet supply swap from Marcus in Nevada. Marcus confessed that during the shutdown, he and his neighbors started their own mini pet supply swap. One neighbor had extra cat litter, another had canned food, and Marcus traded unopened flea meds. He said it was like our own survival circle. No one was too proud to ask, and no one was too broke to give. Marcus said that experience taught him how community beats crisis every time. The rescue pantry angel from Sheila in Kentucky. Sheila confessed she was embarrassed to ask for help feeding her two rescue cats until she found her local animal rescue ran a pet pantry funded by donations. I walked in ashamed, she said, but they treated me with respect and handed me food, litter, and toys for free. They told me, "You're doing your best. That's enough." Sheila said that's kindness kept her from giving up her cats and restored her pride as a pet parent. This is the social media lifeline from Kevin in Pennsylvania. Kevin confessed that during the government shutdown, he used Facebook to find pop-up pet aid events. He joined a group where shelters posted emergency giveaways and food drives. It was crazy. I went from scrolling memes to finding survival info, he said. Kevin managed to pick up free cat litter and food for his two pets. He said, if you use the internet right, it's not just entertainment, it's how you keep your family fed. Especially during this government shutdown. We don't know how long this government shutdown is going to be. So, again, what are the most beneficial, the most loyal lifelines you can go to? Number one, your local pet humane society, your local politician. That's two so far. Your local nonprofit center. That's three. Your pet forum you're a member of. That's four. Four lifelines, I'm telling you, guaranteed for help if you're a federal worker struggling right now during this government shutdown. I'll recap. Your pet forum you belong to, those are your neighbors. Those are you walk to the park with, and you meet other pet parents who belong to your local neighborhood pet park. You can't go wrong. There's no shame in asking them. Your local nonprofit, animal rescue society, and your local politician. Listen, every local politician has an office with hours. You find out those hours and you go on there and you tell them, I'm a federal worker. I've been furloughed. I'm struggling. I need food for my pet and I need food for myself. There's no shame in that. You put them in, you voted for them, whether you did or not, whether they're Democrats or Republicans. When you need help, that's what your local politician is there for. So go ask for help. All right. My next favorite segment, and I'm going to say this is my favorite segment because this segment is called Feed Your Pet. And for the week of October 12th, Feed Your Pet. I'm going to take you there now. Bear with me. That's what the segment is called. Feed Your Pet. And you're going to love this segment, especially for all you that go out there. But before I get to that, let me do Mr. Animal Lover's 1 minute beef. So let me get that one out of the way. All right, Mr. Animal Lover's 1 minute beef. You know what really gets me heated? Watching hardworking Americans, real pet parents get crushed by a government shutdown they didn't cause. But you know who's paying the price? Not just people, our pets. The loyal dogs, cats, and companions, reptiles, snakes, turtles, who give us comfort when everything else falls apart. That's the part that burns. Let me say this loud and clear. No paycheck should ever mean your pet goes hungry. Not when there are free food banks, local rescues, and national programs ready to step up. You don't need to feel ashamed. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to reach out because help is out there. I've seen it firsthand. Pet parents walking miles to food banks just to keep their pets fed. Volunteers handing out free kibble from car trunks. Shelters running donations drives that stretch supplies just to meet the need. That's real community. That's real love. So here's my beef. If the system shuts down, we rise up, we share, we help, we feed, because our pets never quit on us and we're not quitting on them. Not now, not ever. And that's Mr. Animal Lover's 1 minute beef. Now, one of my favorite segments, Feed Your Pets, right? One of my favorite segments, Feed Your Pet. I'm going to show you my NFL football picks for this week, Sunday, November 12th. On Friday, I let you know my final picks, which will reflect injuries or changes to the starting lineups for the games, right? And let me share my screen with you. I hope I don't get a glitch. Last time I shared my screen, I got a glitch, so I apologize ahead of time if a glitch does happen. But it shouldn't, right? Let's see. No glitch. Yes, we're here. All right. So these are my. So this was for week 2. I started doing this since week 2, right? And look at my record, right? That's week 2. You got week 3 here. You got week 4. You got week 5. Ooh, I didn't do too hot week 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got a lot of games here that should have been won, but they were lost, right? And this is week 6, right? Yep. This is week 6, right? Today's game, Chiefs versus Jaguars, definitely taking the Chiefs, right? That should be an easy win, but again. And Thursday, got the Eagles, easy win. I got the Broncos versus the Jets. I got the Broncos winning. For the Seahawks versus the Jaguars, I got the Seahawks. Chargers versus the Dolphins, I got the Chargers. Rams versus the Ravens. Ravens are suffering. Even if he comes back, their quarterback, I still think I'm still taking the Rams. Cardinals versus the Colts, I'm taking the Colts. Cowboys versus the Panthers, I'm taking the Cowboys. Patriots versus the Saints, I'm taking the Patriots. Browns versus the Steelers, I'm taking the Steelers. I hope these Steelers don't let me down, though. Titans versus the Raiders, this is, it's a 50-50, but Raiders are due. I think they're due. 49ers versus the Buccaneers. This is a tight one also. I like the Buccaneers, but I also like the 49ers here. So I think the Buccaneers are at home. I might switch this. I don't know. So that's a 50-50 right now. Bengals versus the Packers. Definitely taking the Packers. I do love the Lions for the 8 p.m. games against the Chiefs. And then Monday, October 13th, again, the Bills. What a tough loss, right? What a tough loss. But I'm definitely taking them against the Falcons. So for week 6, these are my picks. This is the Feed Your Pet segment, right? And let's see how good I do for week 6. I'm feeling good about this. I think that, but again, from today, Monday to Friday, I am gonna make changes. I'm gonna make I'm going back and forth with the Buccaneers and the 49ers. I gotta see if Purdy's back. I don't know if he's back or he's. So what a game! But their last game of the Buccaneers, right? They kicked ass. So I don't know. Going back and forth with that one. But and then there's another one. Ravens, the Rams versus the Ravens. That one's 50-50. I just don't know. But those are the 2 games I'm debating. But everything else, again, from now to Friday, you just don't know what changes, what injuries might happen. But yeah, last week, that Patriots, the Bills versus the Patriots, what a loss, right? And but Buccaneers versus Seahawks. Seahawks at home. I thought they should have took that, but and then the Texans, they gave the Ravens a beating. I thought the Dolphins should have won versus the Panthers, and I just thought the Giants should have won against the Saints. Giants are not doing too hot. I don't know what's going on with the Giants. Awful, awful, awful. All right, that's Feed Your Pet segment. Again, this is my opinion. I'm not telling you to gamble. These are just my picks for those who are pet owners and love to watch football games. These are my picks for you. All right, let me stop sharing. No glitch. Yes, I am happy because last time there was a glitch and it just caused a whole mess. All right, let me end it with this. The government may, and I'm gonna leave the barcode scan on the screen. Again, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. The government may have shut down, but your love for your pet doesn't pause. That doesn't shut down, and neither should your fight to protect them. Across America, communities are rising together to ensure that no pet goes hungry and no family is left behind. Especially pets. No pet should be left behind, right? For humane societies distributing free food to volunteers delivering supplies door to door, there's help available if you know where to look. And now you do. Remember, every call, every shared video, every bag of donated kibble creates a ripple of hope that keeps tails wagging and families together. If you're struggling, reach out. And if you can help, now's the time to act. Visit your local shelter, support community, pet food banks, or simply share this video so another pet parent can find the help they desperately need. In tough times, compassion becomes the ultimate currency. Let's prove that even in crisis, pet parents stand united, stronger, smarter, and more determined than ever. This is Mr. Animal Lover reminding you a government shutdown may close doors, furlough federal workers, but it cannot shut down love. Stay tuned for more life-saving tips, real stories, and powerful rescue resources on the Pets Rule Show, because when it comes to feeding your pet, protecting your pet, our pets, we don't panic. We prepare and we find a way, right? We find a way. On the screen, you'll see the Pets Rule Show barcode. Please subscribe, click that bell so you can know what's going on, especially when we go live on the road. You can stay tuned with what's happening on the Pets Rule Show. Thank you for watching, and I will see you this entire week. It's all going to be about the government shutdown, resources, where to get free pet food, where to get emergency veterinary help if your pet gets injured in any way and you need help. That's what this whole week is about. When it comes to this government shutdown, we don't know how long it's going to be. There are federal workers being furloughed. And what does that mean? That means they got to go to work anyway. They got to spend money, gas, food, and go to work and not get paid. Maybe their last paycheck was this week or next week, but eventually they don't get paid until the government opens up again. And that's a problem when you have a family, you have a mortgage, you have children, you have pets. It's an issue, it's a problem. So my prayers go out to all those federal workers who are, toughing it up. And again, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching the Pets Rule Show. I'm your host, Mr. Animal Lover. Have a good night.